Okay, I just got a picture up on my screen. I think we should be running. It's 8 a.m. London time, and I just got my notification that I'm live. Um, I would love if you can, guys, let me know if you can hear everything well, if the stream is running smoothly, so we can then carry on. Obviously, just like every time, we're going to check out, some trading opportunities that we may have here on the lower time frames on euro dollar, on pound dollar. We're going to go over gold and the yen cross pairs as well, mainly euro yen and pound yen. I do know there are a lot of traders, um, you know, not trading euro dollar and pound dollar, but maybe focusing on euro yen and pound yen, or euro Aussie and pound Aussie. And these are all trading opportunities that we already went through in our premium Telegram channel about a couple of hours ago. Right. So if you want to join, if you want to receive daily video updates on our trading setups, well, this is going to be the place for you, the premium Telegram channel. Let us know, send us an email, chat to us in Telegram, whatever. There are links in the description below this video, so make sure to check them out. So what I need to do is I just need a couple of minutes time to just send a quick message on Telegram, let people know that we are running live. So hopefully more people can join. Um, so I'm just gonna drop a quick message. Just need to quickly grab the link from here. And in the meantime, you guys let me know if you currently have any setups, if you are looking for trades on any setups, or if you are currently in a trade, actually, that would be even better. I'd love to check out your chart examples, your setups. So, feel free to send me screenshots or links to your charts, and I'll check them out here live for you. Um, I believe this is going to help not just you, but other traders as well. So, join the community and make sure that we help out as many people as we can. Okay, just need a couple more minutes. Okay, here we go. Having my second cup of coffee for this morning, and there will be definitely more to come. Okay, so let's check out the economic calendar. I believe we have some news tomorrow and on Friday, if I'm not mistaken. On Friday, we definitely have NFP. I do know that it is the first Friday of the month. Um, so let me do this week. Let me just make sure that my sound is fine before I proceed. Okay, we should be good. Um, See, I think we should be fine. Right. So what do we got today? Wednesday. Wait, is it Wednesday today? No, it's Tuesday, isn't it? It is Tuesday. What am I on about? So it's Wednesday when we have some news for the US dollar. Okay. Now, oh yeah. We do have GDP for the first quarter, I believe. And then on Friday, obviously, we have NFP coming out. So I just wanted to say before we proceed that if you don't have any decent setups or anything that you feel confident trading, well, it's probably best to step away and maybe just observe price action. And if you really struggle to not enter a trade when you're looking at the chart, well, then don't look at the chart or open a demo account where you can relieve that urge to enter a trade. So you basically don't open trades on your live account when you don't have good setups, but you still want to trade. Well, then the best thing to do is to open a demo account. I would say with the same amount of money that you have in your live account. All right. This is probably going to help you a lot when with over trading, right? If you know that the setup is not good enough for you to enter a trade, well then just open that trade on a demo account. This is probably going to help you to some extent, right? It really depends on the person himself, but just try it out. If you're still struggling to sit on your hands and not enter a trade when you're not supposed to, give it a try with a demo account with the same amount that you have in your live account. I think this is going to help a lot. So what do we got here? Now let's check out the hourly time frame first. All right, I'm going to start off with euro dollar. And as I'm going through those instruments, if you guys have any questions, obviously drop them in the comment section. It's not that many of you, so I'm going to be able to literally answer each one of your questions without any issues. What do we have here? This is the 1 hour time frame on euro dollar, and actually let's check out the daily time frame. So obviously we're looking for an upside continuation, right? Now the thing is, before that, we may see a little bit of a pullback. Okay, so let me just get my pen tool here so I can draw on the screen, make it a little bit easier for you. Just waiting for it to load. Here we go. So if we're looking at the 1 hour time frame, now before that continuation, we're talking about a long-term move here. All right, before that, I think we may come down and maybe take out some of those lows. All right, it's just too obvious to me. There are many equal lows pretty much around the exact same level. So I know there are plenty of stop loss orders sitting just below this horizontal level right here. So what I'm going to be looking for is for price to take this out and maybe then give me that reversal. So if I'm going to be going long, I need to see that. If not, well then, we could be looking for break and retest pattern here. But let's see how it goes. For now, I'm definitely not going to be entering at current price levels, right? Now, for those of you who are looking for an upside continuation, and if you're looking for trades on the lower time frames, even a setup like this makes a lot of sense, because what do we have here? We have break and retest. This is essentially what we're looking at, right? Now, if you manage to get your entry right here on the break and retest, so far it's looking good, right? But where is your stop loss? If you have your stop loss down here, when do you move your stop loss to break even? Okay, do you move your stop loss to break even right now when you're in profit, or do you need to see price creating higher structure and then you can move your stop loss below that new higher low? Right now, you can do it in, I mean, both scenarios work. It really depends on the style of trader you are, because there are more aggressive traders who would enter, not even wait for a confirmation once price comes for a retest. All right, some people, as price is going down to retest that breakout level, they would place a pending order. All right, for me personally, that doesn't work. Okay, because we can easily see the market breaking below that level, right, without really giving us any sort of reaction. So if you manage to enter a long trade here, this is fine. But if you, as soon as you see that price is actually giving you signals in the opposite direction, I think it's going to be time to either move your stop to break even or close your trade in profit and wait for a better entry. All right, now, like I said, overall, I am expecting for euro dollar, and not just euro dollar, but some other instruments as well, to continue that bullish move. But before that, we may see a pullback. All right, just wanted you to know that. Okay, remember that the last week's candle, this is what a weekly candle we had, literally all the way up here after we've taken out those weekly highs. So it makes sense that price may come back for a pullback. Okay, just a heads up. It doesn't necessarily mean I'm right, but keep that in mind. Let me put it that way. Moving on to pound dollar. What do we got here? Well, this is the daily time frame here on pound dollar. And what I really like about this is, you know, we came here to retest the resistance, the previous daily high. Okay, so that happened and we got some rejection. So to me, it looked like we're gonna get a deeper pullback in this case. Well, for now, this is not what we see. Instead of that, price is again trying to break above this high. So we've got a pretty decent daily momentum, bullish momentum candle right here. So if you drop down to the 1 hour time frame, it looks like we've just taken out those previous hourly highs, right? So, you know, that probably means we're going to see some type of a pullback. And this is what we already have right here. I actually think we're going to continue this pullback a little bit lower. So let's give it some time. Now, if I have to enter a trade, obviously I don't have to do that, and none of you have to do it if you don't have a good setup. But let's say if I have to enter a trade, I would probably be looking for selling opportunities here, just because I am expecting for the market to continue this downside push right here, basically this pullback. Not much longer, but at least to give us a break and retest of this level right here. So this is not a trade signal. I'm not saying that you should enter a sell trade now. I'm not going to do it. I'm just saying that if I have to enter a trade, I would actually be looking for a continuation of this pullback here on the 1 hour time frame. But overall, I have a bullish bias. There's no point for us to really go against the main trend. You can see what the main trend is. We are currently bullish. So anyways, let's give it a bit more time here as well, see how it goes. But I feel like we're going to see a continuation of this pullback. Okay, we can use some Fibonacci levels right here to determine where that pullback could potentially end. But for now, we'll just give it a bit more time. So moving on to gold, I believe a lot of you are waiting for me to say what I expect on gold. But just like I said in the beginning of this session, remember that we have a premium Telegram channel where we talk about gold every single day. So anyways, what do we got here? We're nearly 15 minutes into the session. So we're going to wait for those 15-minute candles to see you know, what's going to happen. Now, obviously, I have a bullish bias for gold as well. If we're going to have a bullish bias on some of those pairs, it's got to be gold, right? I mean, we have such a strong trend here, a long-term trend as well. So I'm definitely going to be expecting for this trend to continue. However, before that, I believe that we can easily see, you know, a little bit more of a pullback here as well, right? So as you can see, we've got those equal lows around the same level. Let's call it 3,260, all right? So for me, it would be ideal if we manage to take out those lows and then get that reversal. If that happens, this is going to be a nice setup. This is going to be something that I would definitely be looking to take advantage of, all right? And by the way, I don't see any comments yet. And I did ask, what do you guys currently trade? Do you have any trading setups currently on, or are you in any trades at the moment as we speak? Just let me know so we can go through, you know, what you're trading. Um, and like I said, hopefully more people can benefit from that. But anyways, we've got a very similar setup to the majors here on gold. You know, I think we're going to see slightly more of a pullback and then maybe a reversal. But if we gain a strong momentum to the upside, we could also give it a try on, let's say, break and retest, right? And whoever tells you that support and resistance does not work, or break and retest patterns does not work, doesn't know anything about trading. All right, I know there are thousands of strategies out there. A lot of people tend to overcomplicate trading, but trust me, when it comes to technical analysis, it's really not that complicated. All you have to do is to just stuck to key levels, right? Candlestick patterns on the higher time frames, and just pure price action, nothing else really. When it comes to fundamental analysis, in my opinion, this is a little bit more complicated, but you can definitely, you know, have decent results with, you know, knowing just the basics of how the economy works and about the world politics. You don't really need to get really involved in order to have good trading results. So anyways, this is what we have here on gold, currently trading sideways. For me, there's no point right here at this level to either enter long or short. I don't think we should be doing that. um, Instead of that, if you want to go long, well, I'll just say at least wait for a rejection of the lows, right? Or if you want to go long, again, like I said, break and retest would do the job as well. Okay, so keep that in mind. And then what do we have here? We have the yen cross pairs, where I am actually expecting a bearish move. Plus, I'm also expecting continuation of the pullbacks on the majors, which means euro dollar and pound dollar. So that most likely means we're going to see a bearish move here to follow on euro yen and pound yen as well. It does make a lot of sense. So we'll see how it goes. But if I have to pick from euro yen and pound yen, I would say I would go for euro yen if I want to go short, because if you look at euro dollar and pound dollar, just give me a second. If you look at euro dollar and pound dollar, let's check out the 1 hour time frame. So we definitely have a stronger momentum, bullish momentum here on pound dollar than what we have on euro dollar, and you can clearly see that as I'm switching my tabs, right? So when it comes to going short on the euro or the pound, I think it's safe to say that euro is probably going to have more bearish momentum if price manages to reverse, if that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, well, just follow price action and you'll see how it goes. We're talking about, correlation in between pairs here. But anyways, so let me drop down to a lower time frame. Let's check out the 15-minute time frame. So I'm gonna go back to gold and see what price does, because if that pullback is about to happen, like I think it will, well, we're most likely going to form a lower high, and then we're going to be looking for continuation to the downside, right? So if we are about to go to the downside, I don't think we're going to break above this high. Okay, so in that case, we've already got the beginning of an upside move right here. So I'm just going to place my Fibonacci retracement right here, and I'm going to be expecting for price to kind of bounce off of that area right here in between the levels of 61.8, 3,334 down to around the 38.2% of the Fibonacci retracement level, which is 3,323. All right, if we got to be more specific, 0.35 is where the 38.2 retracement level is. So I'm going to delete that fib, so so I have my charts a little bit more tidy and clean. That's how I like to do it. So if we get something like this and then we get a nice reversal within this area, well, this is going to be a potential trading opportunity. But remember, this is the 15-minute time frame, and also remember, the most important thing is that if you are a beginner, I think you should only be looking for buying opportunities. Okay, so I'm talking about short-term trading opportunities, and I just said like a minute ago that I am expecting for gold to continue higher. So why am I looking at short setups? If you don't understand that, then that probably means you are a beginner. And in that case, it's probably best to stick to trading within the trend only, which means you're only going to be looking for buying opportunities here on gold. Okay. Now, same thing I would say with euro yen as well. Like I said, I am expecting to see at least one more bearish leg, at least a retest of this support down here. So if this is going to happen, if I'm right and my analysis gets complete, well, then that probably means we're going to see a lower high, okay, and then a continuation to the downside. So what does that mean? It means you can place your Fibonacci again right here, okay, at least for now, because this is where we've got the lowest point of this most recent downside move. So we place the Fib, we then move, we then place the mark out this area right here, again in between the 61.8 and 30 and the 38.2 level, and then you're just waiting for a pullback within this area, and then you have to wait for an entry signal. Okay, I'm literally going through, you know, most of my strategy at the moment. You know, even this simple strategy is going to work if you have, as long as you have a good risk management and you're not over trading, you're not over risking and stuff like that. If you stick to the basics, maybe, you know, risking half or 1% per entry, you know, always placing your stop loss, always calculating your lot size correctly. If you do all that and you just follow the same strategy, even if it is a simple strategy like the one that I'm showing you right now, trust me, you're going to have better results than you have now. Okay. And if you don't know how to calculate your risk, by the way, because a lot of people, I'm surprised how many people have been trading for a long time and they still don't know how to calculate the risk. I'm talking about the lot size. Knowing what lot size to use every time you enter a trade. Doesn't matter if it is Bitcoin, gold, dollar yen, pound dollar, whatever it is. If you don't know how to calculate your risk, you're literally just gambling. All right. And if you don't know how to do it, by the way, then check this out. This is our trading system. All right. So this, you attach this expert advisor to your MetaTrader platform, and it will calculate your risk properly with a click of a button. So it's very, very simple. You just type in your stop loss, um, and how much you want to risk, either from your equity or from your account balance, and then it's going to do it automatically for you. Then you can click buy or sell, and you know it's going to open your trade and place the stop loss where the stop loss is supposed to go in order for you to risk 1, 2, 3%, whatever you want to risk. All right, so this is literally the easiest way to properly calculate your lot size. Okay, so I'm going to drop the link for that here in the chat here. So if you want to access that, then there's the link. Should have it now. And I also get a lot of questions, by the way, for the volatility trading expert advisor. So obviously we dropped a full webinar on how the expert advisor works. But still, there are a lot of questions, and people don't yet know that we actually have a completely free course on how to use the expert advisor. Again, it's on our website, so all you have to do is to register on our website completely for free, and then you get full access to not just one but 3 different completely free courses: how to choose a forex broker, right, a full beginners course, and then also the course for the volatility expert advisor. You know, for those of you who know how the expert advisor works, you know that this would be a pretty decent opportunity, because when you use the expert advisor, I'm talking about the volatility trading expert advisor, you basically have to pick a zone. So let's say in this case, we have this zone right here. So you tell the expert advisor that this is your entry zone. And let's say you want to start entering sell positions within this area. So what's going to happen is, let's say the market comes up here, okay, and it pulls back into this area. So as soon as it enters that zone, you know, the expert advisor will start entering sell positions on every 1, 2, 5, or maybe even 20 pips if you want. You can customize it the way you want it to trade. So let's say enters trades on every 1 pip. Okay, so as price is trading within this area, it will be generating sell positions. But not only that, it could also close all of those trades, or I mean each trade individually on, let's say, every 2 pips. So it makes the entry on every 1 pip move, and it closes that trade, that single trade, on every 2 pips move. So that means the longer the market is staying sideways, the more profit it will generate, because as it goes up, it will enter sell positions, okay, on every 1 pip, and then you need 2 pips to the downside to close the last position, and every next 2 pips move, bearish move, well, then it will be closing those previous orders. So again, as price is going up, it enters sell positions, and as it goes down, it exits those sell positions in profit. Okay, so this right here would be a pretty decent opportunity for those of you who have the volatility expert advisor. And I did drop a video, by the way, last week on some positions that we entered, with the VEA. It was on Friday, I believe. So obviously, later on this week, I'm going to give you an update on how those trades went, and what kind of results I got, thanks to the volatility expert advisor. But it's going to be a very interesting video, especially for those of you who are interested. All right. And by the way, Euro Yen is not the only trading opportunity that we currently have, which could be executed with the volatility expert advisor. All right. Literally everything that you see right now. If let's say you use the volatility expert advisor right here on gold, whether it's buy or sell, it would be generating profit right here. Because why? Because the market is essentially trading sideways, right? So as price goes up, it could enter sell positions and then close those trades as it goes down, or vice versa. Okay, it's really an amazing tool if you know how to use it, and if you already have some experience. I wouldn't say it's beginner friendly, but that's why we have the volatility trading system, because it includes the volatility expert advisor together with a full 12-month mentorship package. So that includes all of our courses. We talk about more than 15 courses, and in each one of those courses, you have several strategies. So by the end of that 1 year, you're going to have to choose from probably 20, 30, even more strategies. Okay. So if this is something that you want to try out, or you want to know more about, well, then you can text me or you can send us an email. I'm sure someone from the team, will get back to you as soon as they can, or me, of course. Now, technically, we already have a retest of the 38.2 level, but I really wanted to see price coming a little bit deeper in that zone. Okay, so for me, it's early to enter a trade, and plus this reversal right here, I don't really trust it. It doesn't really look that good. Now, listen, if we have a rejection wick like this within this area right here, okay, let's say exactly the same candle as this one, well, I mean, that's different. This would be an entry signal for me. So best case scenario, get something like this, and if not, then that's fine. We just have to skip this setup, and then wait for a better one. All right, some bearish move here on pound dollar. We're probably gonna have a stronger one here on euro dollar. Actually, very, very similar. But anyways, so we managed to break above all that right here, but we couldn't manage to break above this previous high. Okay, so essentially we're trading sideways, really in a range. I actually think we're going to see a continuation of the bearish move right here. But this is when it comes to the 1 and the 4 hour time frames. I do trade lower time frames as well, but I prefer to stick to the higher time frames. So, that means that I may have a really good setup on the higher time frames, and then I may also expect something certain to happen on the lower time frames, but it doesn't necessarily means that I would trade it, right? I may just wait for my setup on the higher time frame because I know it gives me a higher probability of success. All right, coming back in a second. All right, back again. So I do want to see some rejection, just like what we have here on pound dollar, by the way. Let me just adjust my camera a little bit. Good setup on gold would be price coming into this area, and then giving us a nice rejection. All right. So this is what I would be looking for. I do have some setups here, just like I said. Well, we already covered those a little bit earlier, but we do have some setups on euro dollar, on pound dollar, euro yen as well, by the way. But I think gold is the one where I kind of feel okay with, because at the end of the day we are basically going against the main direction, which is obviously bullish if you look at it that way. But like I said, the whole idea here is that I am expecting to see a continuation of the pullback to the downside. So even if we don't take out those lows here on the 1 hour time frame, at least a retest or coming close to them, um, would make sense. I just want to see whether this will actually happen, or are we actually going to push straight up. And I think yesterday something like this happened right here. So it was like what, like 5 p.m. or well, basically 3 p.m. London time, around 3 4 p.m. Before that, there wasn't much of a movement, and then as you can see, we had a pretty decent candle of about $35 to the upside in a single 1 hour candle. So it's gold. You never know, and you could expect anything. Um, but I kind of do like gold. For in the past year, maybe past couple of years, I've really started trading gold a little bit more often. Before that, I wasn't a big fan. It was mainly pound dollar, maybe Aussie dollar, uh, dollar yen, something like this. But now it's mainly pound dollar and gold. What I'm looking at, most of the time at least, right? Right, some bullish strength coming in, which is good for gold. And this is what I really want to see, to be honest. Like what I see, and I want to see a little bit um, more of a push into that area. And mind you that if we manage to break above that easily, you know, with a strong momentum, then I'm most likely not going to be looking for that reversal anymore. It really depends on price action because, you know, at the end of the day, we're supposed to trade what we see, not what we think is going to happen. All right, let's check out the 15-minute time frame. Okay, euro dollar pushing up, pound dollar not so much. We then have gold, which so far it's moving good. We want to see a little bit of a higher levels. We then have euro yen and pound yen. So obviously a bit more strength here on euro yen, not so much on pound yen, but you know this is due to having the same exact price action on euro dollar and pound dollar. Um, so let's see how it goes. So we've got this area right here on euro yen. Hopefully price comes into it. And, you know, most likely if we are about to see a downside continuation here, well, price is most likely going to reverse somewhere around current price levels really, because I don't really want to see price breaking above this high. Um, you know, because in that case, uh, I'm not going to be so confident into, you know, taking a sell trade on euro dollar. gonna give it another 5 minutes until around 9 a.m. To kind of see what's gonna happen. But don't forget to look at the 1 hour candles as well, because they're very important. Um, whenever you've got a strong rejection, that probably means something, right? So watch out for the hourly candles as well. Use key levels, and at least now you know what to expect. Remember, even if you are looking for continuation of this long-term uptrend, we may have some pullbacks within that trend. Which means if you drop down to 5-15 minute time frame, you may have moves like this. All right, so it is usually best to not go against the trend, which means to not trade the pullbacks. But it really depends on your strategy. If your strategy covers setups like this, then why not take them, right? But you've got to be very cautious. And you guys don't forget to check out all the links below this stream. Check out our website trendlineforex.com. This is where you can find a lot of valuable information. I know I say that every single time, but we really do put in the effort to give you as much free value as we can. Obviously, we've got a Forex lingo dictionary on our website. So if you are still struggling to understand the language of a trader, whenever you're watching YouTube videos or trading courses or whatever, just go over to trendlineforex.com, find our Forex dictionary, and whatever kind of terms and words you do not understand, and just type them in the search bar in there, and you'll get the explanation. Not only that, obviously we have a blog, so you can read loads of articles on anything from beginners information to trading strategies explained with screenshots and everything, and all of that is obviously for free. Like I said, we do have the free courses, and we also have a free Telegram channel where we send out daily updates on euro dollar. And I've actually said it before, but again, if you know what's going on with euro dollar, then that means you can actually trade more instruments than just euro dollar, because based on price action on one instrument, you can pretty much form an idea for a potential setup or a trade on another instrument, which is positively or negatively correlated to the one that you've analyzed, such as euro dollar, for example. So, like I said, loads of valuable information, all of that completely for free. And last but not least, subscribe to this YouTube channel if you haven't already. All right, videos are coming out, quite frequently. I would say I'm doing those live sessions twice a week, every Tuesday and Thursday, and I'm gonna leave it like this for now. We'll see if there is more interest, and I can do some live sessions during the New York session as well. But yeah, I mean, there's a ton of information on the internet, especially about trading, and it's really important that you find a channel or someone who's explaining things in a very simple way, so you can actually understand what we're talking about, and trading strategies, and how to analyze the chart, how to follow price action, to spot potential trading opportunities and stuff like that. So if you like what you see, if you understand what you hear, then make sure to subscribe to this channel and share it with someone else who's also interested into learning how to trade, right? And for those of you who are complete beginners, definitely go and watch our free beginners Forex training, right? It's an extensive course, completely for free, very well structured, suitable for beginners. So even if you don't know anything about trading and you don't know where to start from, well, trust me, this is going to be the best starting point for your trading journey. It's on our website, trendlineforex.com. In fact, let's check it out right here. You go over to services, you then click on beginner, okay, and right here, free Forex training for beginners, 190 minutes duration, 38 video lessons. There is a lot of information packed within this course right here, completely for free. All you have to do is to sign up on our website with an email, and that's it pretty much. Yeah, definitely. If you haven't watched it and you just started out with trading, well then make sure to check it out. But yeah, I can already see gold trading within this area right here. So let's see how it goes. If I get a nice strong reaction somewhere inside of this box, well then probably going to be looking to take a sell trade. Not going to be risking too much. Actually, in fact, I'm going to be risking less than what I usually risk. But it really depends on the entry signal. Really need a good entry signal because just this is not enough. All right. Now, I do like this 5-minute candle, and you can see what happened right after this 5-minute candle. So just have a look at this setup, okay? So we have break, we have retest, we have a nice rejection wick up here, and right after this, we've got price dropping, all right? So whoever took a sell position right here did manage to make some money in this case. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end the session right here. You already know what I'm waiting for, what I expect to see. So we'll see how it goes. If you guys have any questions, you're always welcome to send me a message. You can find my Telegram contact in our free Telegram channel. There is a private message button pretty much on every single post in the free Telegram. So whatever kind of questions you have, then just shoot them over via Telegram. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. And again, check out our website, trendlineforex.com, for more trading information. I'll see you guys next time.